You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. Comics, television, movies, and more. If it impacts fan culture, we have something to say about it. And now, your hosts, Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
Happy birthday, Mr. Pooh-Bah. Happy birthday to you.
Ugh.
My name's Jordan Lowe, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Cliff Barnes.
I'm Seth.
The birthday boy.
Yeah.
Incognito birthday. No Facebook notifications.
Mm-hmm.
On the sly.
Every year.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you had a birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and your present was
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
You know it.
I'm so excited. It's back.
What was the name of this episode? I don't know.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
But before we get...
Yeah, you literally just got back from Disney World, and you're more excited about Riverdale.
Well... yes and no. Yeah, so... We've had a few weeks off. If you haven't noticed, there hasn't been a new episode for, 2 weeks now? 3 weeks?
Recharge
I
the
don't
batteries a little bit.
Little break, because the guy that pushes all the buttons went on vacation. And took the family down to Walt Disney World.
And I just really stopped talking for 2 weeks.
Yep.
I didn't have an opinion on anything for 2 weeks, and it was weird.
Yeah, I had to make myself say something earlier, see if noise came out.
I imagine the whole time I was on vacation, you guys were sitting here on a Friday night with your microphones not plugged in, just talking to each other.
Yeah, it was great.
Just no audience, no recording. The world will never know. So yeah, went on vacation.
What a waste that would have been.
We want the world to know.
Talking to another human being with no payoff? No audience?
Who does that?
A podcast.
I mean, what would be the point of doing a podcast that no one listened to?
Right.
We would all just be wasting our time every week.
Two people talk in a forest, and no one's there to hear.
Thank you, kind listeners.
Yeah.
We appreciate your audienceness
They are the
that
best.
we assume is there.
They are the best audienceness ever. Are you talking about Disney? Or?
Sure, we can talk about it.
Did you sneak into Batuu?
I tried.
Oh, okay.
There was a big fence and some trees. And Walt Disney World security. But I saw it.
You're not on like a first name basis with all those guys?
Not with those guys.
Yeah.
They're a little below my level.
I'm here to see Ike.
Yeah, Ike sent me. Let me through. No,
I'm here to count the paper clips.
it was so freaking hot the week I was down there. 95 to 100 every single day. 100% humidity. Sun beat us down. But
That's bad enough to make you want to go in Small World.
oh, I did go in It's a Small World. I even sang along. No, we just the family, did the big family annual trip. We always go into September, beginning of October, and it was pretty great.
Is that an excused absence from school?
Well, it's
Historical.
yes,
Right.
yes. Just know it's going to happen.
Educational trip.
Right, exactly. We went through the World Showcase. That's pretty educational.
Yeah.
We
How
learned.
can they update that?
They learned all about, food and wine and from around the world. Coca-Cola flavors.
That's what they would have learned here.
So, but yeah, it was just really, really hot. But it didn't get us down. We did all the stuff. Toy Story Land is open. It was my first trip to Toy Story Land.
What's the scoop?
The theming is pretty cool. You are, the idea of behind it is you are shrunk down to the size of one of Andy's toys, and it's Andy's backyard. Okay. So there's,
Sounds terrifying.
I had weird nightmares as a kid about.
I'm already allergic to grass. I don't need 10-foot tall blades of grass. Pollen.
yeah. And Tinker Toys, the size is light of street lights. and walls made out of popsicle sticks. And
Well, you posted a couple pictures on our Facebook page, which everyone should obviously be following.
right.
And the sky was amazing. The sky was the bluest blue, and the white fluffy clouds that looked exactly like the wallpaper in Andy's room.
It's
I was like,
right-
how does
yeah.
Disney do it?
Right on theme. Right there.
Wow.
Every little detail. But no, if you don't know, Toy Story Land consists of it's the first in Hollywood Studios of an all-inclusive land. This is the precursor to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge that we talk about all the time. It's under construction right now. So this part opened up first, and it consists of
Andy's room or bust.
That's right. Slinky Dog Coaster, okay, which is a heck of a lot of fun. And
Does it do that? Does it like snap apart?
Well, it's like he took Slinky Dog and put him almost on like a Hot Wheels track. Okay, so the actual ride vehicle is Slinky Dog, and yeah, he's all coiled out, and then there's a seat in between each coil, or two seats, I should say, side by side. It's kind of like Big Thunder Mountain if you've rode it. So maybe a little tamer, a little higher off the ground, because it's more of a roller coaster. But anyways, there's that. There's an attraction called Alien Swirling Saucers, which is a whip ride. If you know what a whip ride is,
I don't even know what Thunder Mountain is.
Okay.
But I was playing along.
And then the Toy Story Mania.
Whip ride like Scrambler.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, it would whip you. There's a green alien in front of you in a little, looks like almost like a little tractor car, and he's pulling in your vehicle that you and another person are sitting in, and it kind of goes circular a little bit, but as it does that, your back end whips back and forth around. It's a fun family ride. So so there's that. There's the meet and Toy Story character meet and greets. There are Toy Story Mania is still there. They have moved the entrance to what was the back side of the building is now where you go into it. So it was Pixar Place on the other side. That's closed off, and you got a new place to go in. A little bit more queue area, some Instagram walls at the exit. So, but the big thing is Green Army Men are all over the place. That's a lot of fun. The characters are all over. Woody greets you at the entrance, and they talk and interact with each other, and it's just a good time whatsoever. The other thing about Toy Story Land is that is where you can now see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the pictures I put up the other day, being constructed, and it is huge. It looks enormous and awesome, and you can see the first.
Well, compared to a Tinker Toy, it's going to look pretty big.
Right.
Well, that's true.
You were just
that's
this
true.
tall.
You should see the size of Chewbacca. But you can see the first spaceship has landed in there. It looks like real life Star Wars.
His face, people.
It's pretty freaking cool. I loved it. I was just like, I was snapping pictures. I was just like, man, this is awesome. And it's just a bunch of steel and wire and, pieces right now. So
let's talk about the elephant in the room. You already signed up to go.
Well, before I left,
somebody got caught up in the whirlwind.
You got a Jedi mind trick.
Yes, you will come again. No, no. What happens when you stay? A lot of times on property at a Walt Disney World resort, they put what they call a bounce back offer in your room that you can call. And
Cliff's like, I don't know, am I ever coming back to Disney?
Right.
Exactly. If I don't decide now, I may never do it.
That's right. So it just so happened the bounce back offer that was running currently right now is it's free dining, which is going to go away forever at some point. We're all just kind of waiting. We know it's a promotion that's on its last leg. They're not going to do, but you can, if you do dining plan, you get free dining. You save a ton of money by doing that. So I had to take
all the blue milk you can drink.
Exactly.
All the frogs you can pull out of
But you gotta drink it right out of the nipple.
That's the
Whole
green.
family
No,
can now.
that's the green milk, not the blue milk.
4-nippler.
Family style.
Exactly.
Yeah. In case you didn't know,
Oh,
Disney
you gotta get some of the right upper.
Disney is they're in the process of eliminating straws in their theme parks.
Yeah.
So that's how we're replacing them.
With nipples. I have always been a proponent for this.
Yeah. So, anyways, I did book my book a trip for. I'm just gonna. We're just gonna keep going. Just keep going. Yeah. Just keep going. Keep going. Push right through it.
Freudian nip is the title.
I push. Gosh.
Guys. Now.
Oh my. So I booked our next trip for December 2019 with the idea being that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will be open sometime late fall is what they're saying.
Now, does anything like this ever get delayed?
Of course it does.
Would there be any chance?
Oh.
Yeah, well, they're usually pretty.
It depends. Sometimes, I mean, usually if there's a delay, it's substantial.
Yeah, if they're going to delay it at all, they want to make sure when it does come back that they get it right.
Right. So cross my fingers. Batuu or bust. I'm already halfway there.
Well, he did a pretty good job of changing the subject there. But
so Cliff's whirlwinded around this summer. We've just been sitting here at home waiting for more Riverdale,
right.
And it's been a long, dreary summer of no Riverdale. Left with a cliffhanger of what was Archie's fate going to be. So if you are newer to the podcast, we spoil every frame of Riverdale. So make sure you've seen the first episode of season 3, Labor Day, before you listen to the rest of this podcast, because we are going to deep dive into the pond of leeches.
That's what we do.
Spoiler.
You can really taste the maple.
You do know that Riverdale was founded with maple syrup industry.
Here in Riverdale?
Dilton Doily plays with guns. Big one, Betty.
Sardonic humor is just my way of relating to the world.
Everyone knows how much I loved my brother.
Exactly. If we go in there with the entire Scooby Gang, forget it. We're compromised.
War is hell, Jack.
No, Archie. Hell is other people.
Out of the 4 of us, only you and Archie haven't kissed.
Fascinating.
I'm gonna go get a buddy. Do you want anything?
Glass of milk would be great.
Alice?
Is it true what they say about men who have just been released from prison, FP?
The Coopers are one of the most respected families in Riverdale.
Take your male gaze and your male privilege and get out of the women's locker room.
Happy birthday, dear Chuckhead.
Last night was
A PG-13 grope session?
Color me shocked. Archie Andrews, is that why you became a mediocre musician overnight?
I'm not interested in being anybody's rebound. Besides, I'm more into girls anyways. And all this time I thought you were a lover, not a fighter.
both. I've got layers.
And it'll be a cold day in hell before a snake lets a pig tell him what to do.
Man, I've missed that bumper.
I just want to break down the intro. That's so good. So, we open at Pops. And I was just here looking at this frame. There's like a porcelain doll that's really weird looking in the window. Is this possibly the first Funko Pop?
What if that's Pop's mom that he's always talking about?
Oh. Because
she's a weird doll lady.
Yeah, that's a stretch. And we get the Jughead overdub there, laying the scene with possibly the best line of the episode. The summer before your junior year in high school.
So they've matured over the first 2 seasons.
Right.
Yeah. From 10th grade.
Now I'm starting to think that was a 13-year-old grope sesh. All this happened, and they still haven't even started their junior year. That is... That's awesome. So, what? Veronica is working at Pops. Was she working at Pops?
Well, she owns Pops.
She bought Pops.
Right. So what the hell?
Traded or bartered for Pops.
She's getting her hands dirty.
She's not afraid of a little hard work.
That's right. Then Betty is over at the Andrews helping Molly Ringwald.
She's been interning.
Yeah, all summer.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke crack or whatever to try to stay awake. And
she's working on Archie's case, his defense.
They're supporting their pal.
That's right.
Archie Andrews. Well, okay, so we get to the courtroom, and it's like straight out of Southern, they're all got the big fans going.
It was To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, yeah, it was so great.
A Time to Kill, any of those like courtroom drama.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so ridiculous, but I love it.
He's in his little bow tie on.
Yeah, his little bow. It made it look so 1950s. His little bow tie with his orange hair.
Yeah, on trial for murder, and he's got a history.
And not like in jail. He's coming and going. It seems like he gets the whole weekend off before. Like he's not in custody or anything.
In all fairness, there's no evidence at all. Right. So I guess they're like,
yeah. So, do you mind letting the kid have a little fun this summer, but work on the jalopy?
Yeah.
I did think the prosecutor in that opening scene laid out an excellent case of how awful Archie is.
Yeah, Penelope Ann Miller.
That was a solid case of look how terrible this kid is and all the dumb things he did. He's a violent sociopath.
Do you guys remember her from anything?
I
always think of
her.
She's been in
a lot
of stuff, but I think she's in Kindergarten Cop, but I always think of her in
Not a Tuma.
Yeah, Carlito's Way. She was a.
I kind of like
Carlito's woman.
Like, I don't know. I felt she's a big name for this show. What is she? I mean, I felt like she was kind of wasted. She's the prosecutor. Like, it could have been anybody.
Well, no. People are clamoring to get on the show.
She'll turn out to be like Hiram's employee or something. She might be back.
That's right.
Don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, but like you said, she's pointing out how terrible he is. He's got,
she won me over. I was ready to call him guilty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she convinced him.
That's how terrible he is. He can be convinced he's guilty.
Right. He's got a history of violent behavior.
He beat up that poor kid with 2 broken legs.
Right. He started not 1, but 2 masked vigilante groups
within a span of days.
Well, no, it's Riverdale time. I mean, it took 2 years to get through the sophomore year, so that could have been.
Then he went wild. Then he went wilding in the south side of town. He went wilding. What a way to
that's a very antiquated term.
I like that. Yeah. To shoot a young man in the face.
Wasn't that Sweet Pea?
Yeah. While partying with his friends in the town of Shadow Lake. Well, Sweet Pea was there, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah, the guy that got shot was Cassidy. Right, Cassidy.
At the
lake.
Lodge.
Yeah, when Archie had to carry all the bags in.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
So he ran in the woods.
Replay that intro. I need to refresh what happened.
Now he claims that it was his father's doorman that did. His girlfriend's father's doorman. I'm sorry. Just like she makes that sound so ridiculous. His cousin's roommate's dog did it.
Is Andre's gone, right? Didn't he get killed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Small fry?
Yeah.
By one of the friends.
Yes. Yeah.
So I can't remember which size fry.
Okay, so we're going to totally ignore the
poutine.
Yeah. The Andre's dead? I mean...
Oh, frame Archie for that, too.
Okay.
Get a twofer.
So he claims to have heard the shot, but not seen it. He may be a sensitive musician, a cold-blooded killer is what he is. And then Molly Ringwald gets up and she defends him like a mother/attorney would. Like, here's some good things he did. He sat at the bottom of the stairs with a baseball bat.
Like any good boy.
He offered his friend shelter. He punched through a river of ice. Like, that's the best.
Yep.
I was just like, oh yeah, we get to see him punching through the ice again to save Cheryl. No murder weapon, no motive, cloudy testimony. He's an innocent boy. So then we get the mayor, ex-mayor McCoy.
Attorney McCoy.
Yeah. She's kind of, they're talking to Lodge and them. I think Sheriff Keller's there. They're all deciding the case.
Ex-Sheriff Keller.
Yeah, right. That's right. Everybody's got no job.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing now?
They're going to have to go work at Pop's.
You think she could find somebody that needed a job that...
Skeet's not working there anymore. I mean,
I don't even have to do... No, he's all over the tattoo parlor. He finally got some glasses he can see.
Let's get one of those paper hats for...
I didn't even know he could draw.
Keller,
I want to
man.
go back through the first 2 seasons and see if I've ever seen him draw anything worth anything before I have him...
Well, in all fairness,
tattoo.
he didn't have his drawing glasses on it.
I hope that he tattooed...
now.
I didn't see the tattoo real close. I hope he put South Side on there. By the end of the episode, it's no longer relevant. Anyway, Archie sits her on the stairs and has what is going on here? He has a dream about them swimming at the swim hole, and they haven't done that yet.
Yeah, that was
Riverdale.
Yeah,
I don't know what. There was this place, you know.
Well, they've been there as kids, so it's a lot
No,
of
he
innocence.
says we've never been before.
No, he and Veronica hadn't been since she moved there.
But
they
Betty
were there as
and
kids.
Jughead and Archie had been there because
they're going to leave him behind while he drowns.
Right.
Remember that?
So I assume in the comics they got covered in leeches when they went there one time.
That was weird.
It was too awkward a conversation.
Yeah, it had to have been a reference.
It couldn't have just been a throwaway
that was
line.
Definitely us. They said definitely us.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not what it is. Now I just thought of what it is. It's Stand By Me.
Right, that's what she said. When Archie said that, she's like, did that happen to us, or was that in a movie?
Yeah, because they do all these movie reps. That's what it is.
And they're like, oh, it definally happened to us. And I was like,
they're-
no, it was in the movie.
Yeah, they're just making references. We're catching up here, guys.
Yeah.
Give us a chance. So they go back into the fan room, and they're going to get the verdict or whatever. Oh, sent the jury home. Got to send the jury home for the weekend, holiday weekend.
To their one hotel room.
That's right. Come back after Labor Day. Spend your have a great, terrific weekend.
I'm no great legal scholar, but are judges supposed to do that? They'll be like, enjoy it now, boy, because when you come back, you're mine.
They can do whatever they want, honestly.
Yeah, this
Real
goes
life,
back
they
to
can
him
say.
just running around.
Yeah. So then we were back at Pop's.
He's wanted for murder, but he's just meandering. He's working on his car. For the summer. He's meandering around town. Nobody seems to care.
So much wilding.
So exactly. So Jughead's walking.
He's wilding on wheels now in the jalopy.
Jughead's walking around, and Pop's got a couple shakes. He's walking by, and there sits Dilton Doily and Ben, and they're playing. Shut up! Don't tell him what it is. Don't tell him what they're playing. But they're obviously playing some sort of role-playing game. He's got his Dungeon Master screen up there.
I really wanted to know your reaction when you first saw that.
My reaction was...
one of your favorite characters to talk about is a DM.
Oh, well, first I immediately screenshotted it and paused it. And I zoomed in on it and looked at this makeshift DM screen he's got. You know, I was like, I knew it was going to be a made-up role-playing game. I was trying to figure out what it was. Because all I'd heard was Griff. I was like, oh, it's Griffin something, you know. And then I was looking. He grew his hair out.
Yeah,
he almost looks like Jughead.
He looks. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the same actor.
I honestly, am still not convinced it's the same guy.
Well, I know who is the same guy. Ben.
Ben is the same guy.
You guys remember Ben?
Oh yeah, Ben has a history.
He does. He slept with Grundy.
Yeah.
He worked at the movie theater. The what was it called? The Bijou.
Yeah.
And he got Chick.
Yeah, he was with Chick too.
His
he
job.
Came over, he was one of the online guys.
Yeah, yeah. That time Chick had the milk and it was all gross.
Yeah. Right.
Made me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Gross.
So
milk,
we still don't know Chick's fate, right? That was all left hanging last season.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think the show cares.
No,
Maybe
we've used him up.
He could be the Gargoyle King. Please let him be the Gargoyle King.
Anyway, so
Ben and Delton are playing
this game. So
Yeah.
we're gonna find out later. That's what the whole season's gonna be about, is this game. How it's coming to life. So they got to figure out what they're gonna do. They're gonna, they've torn the Pembroke apart, looking for clues or something, and they gotta go back to Shadow Woods. Or, this is the best. Okay, so this kid is falsely accused of murder. And this is a travesty. You cannot let him go to jail for that. What laws can we break to prove his innocence? We could plant the weapon. We could, that's literally that we could go try to tamper with the jury.
Make a run for it?
Yeah,
be
we
a
could
scofflaw?
skip town.
Not only are you wilding, young man, you're a scofflaw.
No, when they were going over ideas, Betty was, and I'm thinking, this is going to be it. Like, it didn't even cross my mind. This is just a Riverdale thing. Like, okay, we're going to hide Archie or whatever.
You're going to need a drop here this season. Every time Cheryl comes in, you have to have something. The same thing they do on the show.
Right.
We're going to need that.
Oh, yeah. We'll sample that.
Greetings, chums. I wanted to let you know that after the 3 amazing months I just had with Tony, riding our motorcycles cross-country, we're celebrating with an epic end-of-summer pool party at Thornhill. And you're all invited. Of course, given the fact that Archie will most likely be walking the Green Mile while the rest of us are walking the stage at graduation, I understand if you're not up for it. Invite whoever you want, but give them fair warning. I'm in the mood for some hell-raising. Toodles!
Anyway, here comes Cheryl strutting in slow-mo with her red Southside jacket on. Still a sophomore. We really should stop thinking about
before our junior year.
Just a bikini top and a red thing, and then she comes in. Greetings, chums. So she's had her 3 amazing months with Tony Topaz, as you do,
riding their motorcycles across country.
Which doesn't scream Cheryl to me. Like roughing it on a motorcycle somewhere.
I don't think they're roughing it. But this, like, the episode could have ended right there for me, and I've been like, "Yep, it was great. I loved it. I'm back."
Yeah, I don't know what song that was playing, but it's now my new favorite song.
I mean,
I'm going to request it on the radio.
Greetings, chums. I'm in the mood for some hell-raising. Toodles!
Yeah, I really, if you would have told me this time last year that there's a way we could have topped Alice's Thunder entrance, I'd been like, nope, ain't gonna happen. But
so Archie's gonna be walking the Green Mile instead of walking the stage.
How old is that, Cheryl?
Well, basically, she's a good guy now, so they have to still have her slam people, and and so she's having her epic end of summer party at Thornhill, and she's in the mood for some hell raising.
Tell your friends.
So we're back at the Coopers. We're at the Coopers, and Betty comes downstairs, and they're having some milk oolong tea. Incredible.
So where did we end with Polly last year?
She was
she had moved back home, or
no, she was going to the farm.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was Alice going with her or something.
She was.
Was she there when Hal took the family hostage and all that stuff? Was she privy to that?
No, I think she had already taken the babies and was going to.
She
the
was
farm.
in a movie I saw this summer. Was that Rich Summer movie?
Mm-hmm.
Summer of '84. Yeah,
I listened. Yeah, Summer of '84. I listened to
She was pretty good in it.
Yeah, I listened to a interview she did about that and about Riverdale. Just
I was
actually
like,
on our way back.
This girl.
Yeah,
I was like, I've seen this girl before. And, and she played like a totally different character.
Now I'm pretty sure in that interview she was saying she had a reoccurring part in ABC Disney's Once Upon a Time.
You don't have to.
I want to get the full correct.
The American Broadcasting Company's Walt Disney Incorporated. Rogers and Hammerstein.
Could you freaking chill any harder? I couldn't even get out. I was like, don't. Anyway, okay, so she can't have tea or whatever the hell they're doing. You have a therapy session? And no, Dr. Glass is coming tomorrow. Now, I want to tell you right then, I knew it. You knew it was fake right then. Do you know why I knew it was fake?
Brady Bunch?
Yes. I instantly was like, Brady Bunch, that's a lie.
Yeah.
George Glass. No way. That's instantly what I thought.
Well, he was Marcia's pretend boyfriend that grew up. Jan's pretend boyfriend that grew up to be a doctor.
Right. George Glass. I was like, well, whenever anybody uses Glass as the last name, it's totally fake. And it turned out
that was the part of the show, for all the crazy ridiculousness, that was the one thing that I was like, well, now wait. Mm-hmm. Betty's forging prescriptions and that didn't ring true to me.
She just filled up her Adderall in Greendale.
She had to. Why? She wears wigs and wigs out and gets wild in and all this all the time online and things, but you don't think she's going to take some speed to help her boyfriend get out of a murder rap?
As anti-jingle jangle as she was, I can't imagine her going the Jesse Spano route.
This is a special episode, Jordan. It doesn't last forever. She learns her lesson.
I'm so excited.
I kind of felt like they just needed something for Betty to do. Like, she's not really...
Is this as bad girl as Betty gets?
Right. I mean, last year was...
Taking an over-the-counter drug. Yeah.
Season 2 was very Betty heavy. I mean, we had Dark Betty. We had the Black Hood's her dad. And the whole season she's in contact with the Black Hood. And only her. Trying to chase him down.
She's not getting that lollipop ringtone fix.
Right.
She's got to do something.
Yeah. Adderall.
Yeah. She already filled out all the puzzles in her Nancy Drew activity book. So she's like, oh yeah, Edgar from the farm. Yeah.
Edgar Ever Never. Which I saw somebody post a picture of an old comic where that's a name from the books in Days of Yore.
I hope.
Or an Evelyn Ever Never. It's like a brother and sister kind of thing.
Twins?
Probably.
What do you know? So then they're working on the jalopy, and Betty's over there in Andrew's garage. She likes to work on cars. She's was pretty impressed watching Fred punch Hiram in the face.
Oh yeah, we skipped over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't screenshot it.
Then it didn't happen.
Exactly. True. Never happened. What are you talking about, Betty? You need to go to the farm. So Archie revs the engine. They did it just in time. You're going into prison, son. So then he's like, Fred goes inside. He's like giving one of the last talks to Betty. Now, are you going to watch my dad while I'm in prison?
Here's my baseball bat.
Right. Right, it's like, well, we're having a great time here. Thanks for bringing that up. Over at the Lodge, Veronica's mad at her dad for framing her boyfriend. Mia. I had nothing to do with this. Yeah, Marcus Wells didn't have a lot to do this episode except deny, and then aha! He's taking over Southside. So, okay, we got Jughead and Sweet Pea and Fangs are all walking. Of course, Fangs has his shirt open.
We applied our male gaze earlier to Cheryl. I think it's only fair.
Oh yeah,
I think Jughead has buffed up over the summer.
Little bit.
He looked bigger, like bigger biceps and stuff.
Okay.
I think he's come into his role as the sex symbol.
His hat did look a little small.
And the serpents love flannel.
They do
so much.
They do
in the summer.
Every single serpent has flannel. And then later at the pool party, look at Jughead's trunks.
Oh,
the pattern is looks like flannel.
That's awesome.
Remind me why they're all living in a shanty town.
I didn't Hiram kick them all out of the south side. They had to leave.
Okay.
Something. I don't remember.
So they're living in tents in the woods.
Yeah. Hiram bought up all the trailer park or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they need to find... Oh, they're going on a recon mission. That's what it is. They're coming around. Yeah, this place is terrible. I'm looking at their furnishings here. They got rusty barrels, sheets. Oh, they got like the crappy Boy Scout tents, like old style, and just open stuff everywhere. It's a total catastrophe. Nobody's going to steal anything from them. They're not going to be bothered. And then sure enough, there's Archie getting his serpent tattoo. He's not even in the gang.
He's an honorary serpent.
I was like, he got a permanent tattoo.
And not convicted yet.
Right.
Right.
Never been to the south side.
And we're about
and I'm so confused by the hierarchy of this whole thing. Like, Jughead is the serpent king, right?
Yes, right. Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we got serpents in Canada. We got serpent. There's serpent network in jail. Like, what is this? Just like a branch of the serpents? Is it like a nationwide
I
thing?
assume that there's a serpent king in Quebec. Also, he's not the ultimate serpent king.
It would probably be like a British serpent that they still have. Like,
yeah, we'll figure it all out.
Yeah.
We'll
get there. That
but
tattoo.
I thought it was just these kids
in this neighborhood,
in a dingy neighborhood who gang together, and then they've expanded it to where it's some like
because the explanation was you remember the Native American grandfather, Tony's grandfather,
right.
It had a whole backstory of we're the native people of this land, and we were kicked out, and we formed the serpents. From that weird whatever word I forget the name of the tribe, but anyways, the survivors of the massacre from General Blossom formed the serpents to, I don't know, protect themselves.
So why have they moved to Canada?
Now they're in Quebec.
They're everywhere. There's some here. So he's got it's got the snake in an S that I guess he can say it's for serpent, but it ain't for Southside anymore.
Right. It's going to protect him, though.
And you know how it feels to have that, be an honorary serpent? Pretty savage, Jug. Pretty savage. You're going to have to roll with a crew to survive in prison. You find the first serpent you can find.
Yeah, because Archie ain't going to survive prison.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's not even going to prison.
Even juvie.
He's going to juvie. They
like,
probably
I'm
watch
only in
Riverdale.
10th grade. Don't hurt me.
It's not only going to get you in. This tattoo is going to get you protection.
Got to keep your mind right, though.
That's like I flipped to the next thing, and Skeet's pointing at his head. He's got the glasses on. That's what I'm saying. It's like he finally got the glasses, so now he's the tattoo artist.
He's the wise.
He's transitioned.
Elder.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
if he had that paper hat on,
I wouldn't let that guy pull a splinter out. Well, don't tattoo me. You got to keep your wits about you, right? Okay, so then we go to the Coopers, and Alice is getting ready to just destroy all of Betty's diaries, which she has very many. There are like 10 diaries laying there.
And to me, Alice is now on her third personality since the show has started.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause when it started, she was the tough.
I thought she was like brainwashed acting last year, and now she's even further.
So yeah, she started as the very like timid housewife, conservative.
Very
like
conservative.
we can't get into trouble, and then she became serpent lady and Thunder. And now she's weird cult lady. So
then Jan's boyfriend says that journaling is a perfectly healthy outlet. So, no, we're not burning my diaries. So, what does some guru is running a Heaven's Gate commune for pregnant runaways and wives of serial killers have to say about my diaries?
That, Archie, you're wrong. That's savage.
She refers to Chick, Alice does, as that chick person.
That chick person.
As if we don't know him intimately after last season. That's ridiculous.
When she said that, I'd forgotten Chick existed.
Oh, see?
And she's like, that chick person. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a big hanging thread.
That was a whole focal point for a year.
Yeah, I thought maybe we isn't it possible he got killed? Were we supposed to be led to believe that?
Yeah, the Black Hood chased him.
Killed him. Okay, but we didn't see a body, so he's definitely alive. Yeah. And then we're at the pool. It's pool party time.
Oh boy, is it. Pool party.
It's pool party time. And then we got a hookup. Did we know that Sweet Pea and Josie were having a summer love?
Hey, Josie. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm kind of excited for school to start back up. Mostly because I get to see you in the halls every day.
Oh, Sweet Pea, I told you when we started this, our summer fling was going to be just that. A fling. With a 3-month expiration date.
Yeah, I know, but haven't we been having a good time?
I'm not saying we haven't. But nothing, not even a tall, cool drink of sweet water like you, it's going to distract me from my music.
It's just a summer fling.
She's all about it. She's got to focus on her music.
But he's a tall, cool drink of sweet water. So, what do you expect? Can't distract her. And then we get a great moment. So, Moose.
So, Moose. You know those movies where friends make a pact to lose their virginity by the end of the school year? Uh-huh. I've been thinking since we've been hanging out all summer, maybe we should make a similar pact of our own, but on a slightly accelerated timetable, like by Halloween at the latest.
They had apparently, let's break this down. Apparently, Kev and Moose had a pact that by the end of this school year, they were going to each lose their virginity, and he wants to move the date up to Halloween.
Yeah, they were making a pact.
They were making a pact. Okay. Mm-hmm. Move it up to Halloween. Now, they didn't clarify, is this like the if we're not married by the time we're 40 pact that we get married? So I assume that at Halloween, if they have not, they will. That's right. We're on to that. Whoa, sorry. It's Mike. We're on to that assumption, though, right?
Oh, I wasn't sure.
First and foremost.
So is Moose more out about his relationship with Kevin, or is it still? Kind of
I don't think he is,
because he wasn't. They weren't like being affectionate or anything.
No,
right?
He didn't seem very excited about.
He just looked kind of like
talk.
Matt Damon in that movie where he's a serial killer on the beach.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Yes, Kevin looked very Mr. Ripley in that scene.
He did. He had a white shirt on. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. So he's accelerating the timetable. So then the scene you watched.
So
twice,
why did the Black Hood kill the Clumpster? He's supposed to be getting sinners.
Well,
the
Black Hood
logic.
The Black Hood attacked Moose and Midge and tried to kill both of them in the car.
But because they were doing what?
Sinning.
Well, if he was sinning, then he doesn't need to wait till Halloween. He already sinned, right?
Oh, Riverdale.
Or maybe it's maybe it doesn't count. I don't know. Then we got, like I said, to the scene you said you watched twice. Reg and Archie passing the football.
Oh yeah, just glistening abs, sick tats, footballs flying. I mean,
it's like,
Reg, if I do go away, you got to step up and lead the Bulldogs. I'm already captain, bro. And I'm not talking about on the field. I need you to work with Jughead to keep the peace between the Serpents and the Bulldogs. No more circles, red, dark, or otherwise. Done. That bloody chapter's over. Sick tap, by the way.
Again, Archie's going around giving everybody the talk. while I'm gone, I need you to do this, I need you to do that.
I felt this. I was like, you're not even captain, Archie. Shut up.
Yeah.
You have no authority.
Yeah. He's like, I need you to lead the Bulldogs. And Reggie's like, I'm already captain, bro.
Yeah.
We don't even need you. Now, if I was going to prison, I would need to tell you to do something. And he wants Reggie to work.
They totally missed a line right there.
To work with Jughead.
Reggie, when Archie said that, Reggie should have been like, I'm the captain now.
Yeah. He wants him to work with Jughead to keep peace between the Bulldogs and the Serpents.
Mm-hmm.
Which they already sort of teamed up and...
Catch the ball, Jordan.
That ship has sailed, Archie.
No more circles, red, dark, or otherwise. Then we have, as you do at a Cheryl Thornhill party,
right
out by the pool, you have a nice velvet lounge chair that her and Tony are sitting up.
See, that's why I don't buy the motorcycle trip. She wouldn't be more than 100 yards from a velvet chair.
You don't know what kind of padding that seat had.
That's right.
To be determined.
Maybe she rode in the sidecar.
What you thinking about, babe?
Archie Andrews. He saved my life. TT.
What happened that day on the river, Cheryl? We've never talked about it.
I lost hope. And I did something really stupid. Archie Andrews was there to save me. Now there's nothing I or anyone can do to help him.
And she's looking at Archie because he saved her life. TT. He punched through the ice is what he did. So Ronnie is telling Betty that she found out about the jury and they're already sequestered. There's nothing she can do until Josie comes strolling up and says, well, I happen to know that they're at the 5 Seasons. So room 301, they're all in room 301.
All of them.
She only needs to get one. And then we get a little stare down between Dilton and Jughead from across the way. I don't know what Dilton's walking
that
by
was weird.
there. I'm looking at his face. Like, is that the same guy? I think it is the same guy.
Why didn't they never wrapped up his?
Well, we're getting there.
Okay.
You're right.
That's a bigger.
That was
it
was totally something they started and never finished.
I was trying to I'm like, does he have a limp? What's
he
going
did not.
on?
I checked. He did not have a limp. So up comes running Fangs in his flannel, and he's like, "Those bastards have hot dog." Hey, what's Archie's dog's name? Vegas. I couldn't remember it. I don't think they said it on the show. Now what he was talking to his dog. I was like,
but again, that was like news right there. They've got a hot dog, and then it made it sound like they'd had him for a while.
Mm-hmm. He looks skinny.
I didn't get. They've been abusing him or whatever. So
well, maybe you should pay attention to your dog.
Right.
You didn't even know it was gone and being starved to death. You don't deserve that dog.
Well, they are living in a shanty town.
True. The dog probably left. It was like, I can find someplace better to live than here. It's nice over on the south side. The Ghoulies. But no serpent left behind. I don't care if you're a dog or what. Including their Patronus. So, stealth mission. And Betty wants to go. He's like, you're not going. Well, the Serpent Queen, that's her. He's the king. She's the queen. She's a warrior queen.
That was my favorite line.
That was your favorite line. Well,
this Serpent Queen is a warrior queen.
Did you check over at what's your store?
Huh?
What's the store at the mall you go to?
Oh, Classic Plastics?
No.
Oh, Hot Topic.
Hot Topic? Did they have
Hot
that
Topic.
on the shirt yet?
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
You should get it.
Serpent Queen is a warrior queen.
So, Molly Ringwald and guy from Beverly Hills.
Senor Archie.
Senor Archie, right. They're talking about how their poor son, and he's like...
They got to get him out.
Yeah. He's like, whatever, you guys don't deserve to feel bad. And Ronnie tries to go break the law again and talk to the jury, but guess who catches her?
Damn Minetta.
Which
Sheriff
I'm kind of glad
Minetta.
that scene they just instantly stopped that scene.
Yeah, right.
It was like a big setup. It was like, no, we're not going to finish.
She had the housekeeping uniform and the towels. She had the whole. That's all you need to pull this off, because nobody would be watching though. She didn't even think that it would be guarded. So then she talks to her mom, and she's like, Daddy's terrible, but her mom's like, I know. But he'd probably kill me if I didn't go along with everything.
I like that scene.
Yeah,
I like that admission that
instead of her just standing around with her arms folded.
Yeah, I'm complicit, but I'm not I'm not safe here.
Because she varies episode to episode. Yeah. Like you never know where is she the boss? Is he the boss? Is she following him?
She's the mayor now.
It's weird.
So it's night. They got the place staked out. We've seen Hot Dog. Nobody's come to feed him for an hour. So with no sign of anybody, let's go get him. So Jughead puts down his bag of ranch tortilla chips. He's standing there eating, and decides, come on, buddy, let's get out of here. And we got Betty and Cheryl back in the back of the truck. They're watching at range. And who shows up? Everybody else. The whole pack of ghoulies. Malachi and
Penny.
What's her last name?
Peabody. The snake charmer.
Which one comment I saw online was, isn't she a practicing lawyer?
Right.
Like, why is she running around the woods at night in tattered clothes? She probably has a condo somewhere.
Yeah.
She doesn't
just
need
in a
these
tank
ghoulies.
top because it's super hot in the courtroom. So your North Side queen. She's your North Side queen. She's telling her about Betty because South Side is not yours anymore. And you're going to need to give us that jacket if you want this stupid dog.
Fine. You can have the jacket as long as you and the ghoulies stay out of the North Side.
Oh, you don't get to make demands.
Cheryl!
Told you I was in the mood for some hell raising.
Stay out of there, and forget it. Cheryl just shoots Malachi.
Yeah, she does.
She's in the mood for some hell raising, Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite scene. That arrow just pops him in the shoulder.
Right.
I don't know what noise I made, but it was very excited.
Did she have her hunting cloak on? Or did she have the
more casual.
serpent?
She is wearing nothing but that jacket now.
Okay. And the bikini top.
Yeah. Penny just says, well, that's it. Kill them all. It's like, real.
That's it. Just kill them all.
Cheryl, aim your next arrow right between Penny's eyes.
So aim that arrow at her right between her eyes.
She's going to release that arrow.
And I have no doubt Cheryl would not hesitate.
Cheryl doesn't miss.
I like that team up.
Yeah.
I like the team up of Jughead, and she's the
muscle.
She's the head. She's the one that sits back, and that's the one they should always care of. This is it. We're in the eye of the tornado. This is the
See you soon,
as good as it
Jonesy.
gets right here. Because I wanted her to shoot her right between the eyes. I expected it. I expected her to shoot her right between the eyes with an arrow and have it be bloody and disgusting. I was like, why not?
Cheryl doesn't miss.
She does not. Except the screenshot I had, her eyes were closed. Was she going to shoot with her eyes closed?
Well,
that's crazy. That would be awesome. So then Archie's having a dream.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Dreaming about having blood on his hands. He's feeling guilty. Wakes up, sweaty abs. And And then he's shining up the horn on the jalopy. I was like, oh, something about the horn. He's going to be honking the horn. They just put it right in your face. Dylan came by. Says to Jughead, FP's like, that weird kid came.
That boy?
Like, how's hot dog? Yeah, Cheryl's a loose cannon. Tells him about Penny. Betty's a target. We're not even Southside anymore. Honking horn. We hear time to go. So Jughead jumps in jalopy. Then we got the pharmacy called. Guess what? Your Adderall prescription is up, Betty. And I tried to fill it, but you already filled it in Greendale 2 weeks ago. Ooh, you got your Greendale and my Riverdale. Two great tastes that taste great together. See, they're definitely going full, we don't have Sabrina.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to. We're going to weird this sucker up. Now, she's going to be in Greendale on that Netflix show.
Yeah, I think it'll have all the same sort of...
Yeah, so, I mean, we're building up to this crossover. I can't wait. And that show hadn't even started yet. That was not supposed to be. She was supposed to be on this show.
Well, they were going to do on the same network on CW.
Well, I mean, originally this was like Sabrina was supposed to be like this in the second season, and then they were like, "Wait a minute, we got us a hot commodity here."
Yeah.
What I read, and take this with a grain of salt, I don't know the confirmation.
We do.
Whatever. Allegedly, Netflix offered him a better deal, and it said the CW was balking on some of the satanic stuff.
Right,
yeah, the content.
And they didn't even want to use the word Satan.
Yeah, we'll forget
and so with Netflix, there's just infinitely more freedom. So they're like, well, let's do this show here. So,
Right. So Betty's gonna have to call Dr. Glass and clear this up. Well, guess what? He doesn't exist. Jordan, you don't have a boyfriend, Jan. We all have exposed you. You've been lying about going to therapy. Well, she's right back in their face about that farm crap. Some huckster named Edgar Evernever. Oolong milk and wanting to burn my diaries. It's helping you get over the fact that Dad murdered 4 people and tried to kill us. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Well, at least you're talking about Dad again. So our work here is done. You need to admit you're sick. So then finally... let's get the wind in our hair. We're all in the jalopy, piled in.
Mm-hmm.
You want that jalopy, don't you?
it seems like a lot of maintenance.
You just have no sense of adventure.
No.
Yeah, it's like,
I need something more practical.
I'd rather just walk to the Sweetwater Lake.
If that goes in a ditch, I mean, there's no getting it out.
That's true.
There's no roll bar. You're just dead. You hope that your head's lower than the horn. So they go down, strip down, and last one ends a sticky maple.
I caught that.
Which it was, nobody said anything, but it was Veronica. She was the last one. I wanted to know
gets
who
the
was
sticky
gonna be.
maple.
I just wanted to know. And guess what? Just a couple scenes later. No swimming after Labor Day, guys.
Yeah, why did they pause on that sign?
Just because.
It's so deep that summer's over, man.
Yeah. It's coming. It's almost Labor Day.
Yeah.
The sign's already up, guys.
Yeah.
They got their old Coleman cooler from 1937. I love this mix of, old and new.
After Labor Day is leech season.
It's the best summer. Best summer a guy could ask for.
Being on trial for murder.
Yeah. Just sitting there with your friends. One of them leans over and says, "Hey, buddy, what if you made a break for it?" Past that tree line. There's a road goes through the mountains to Quebec.
Which, again, okay.
Where are they?
Exactly. We still can't pinpoint it.
Vaguely New England-ish.
We know Jughead's mom and Jelly Bean went up to Toledo, right?
Up.
But Quebec is right beyond the tree line. This makes no sense.
Well, it doesn't matter because he should have never left Cassidy with Andre. So he's basically to blame.
Yep.
And then Betty,
He didn't do it, but he could have.
Good on this show. Good for them for not glossing over. It wasn't just, oh, Archie, you tried. Like,
he did. You can't. No, that will never happen. If you haven't noticed by now that there's never going to be, Archie anything. Archie is Mr. Intensity.
Yes.
If he was like, I didn't give the right change to this person, he'd follow him around and make sure, that guy, whatever color eyes he had.
But there are repercussions for his dumb actions, which a lot of teen shows wouldn't do. It just, your heartthrob lead actor, whatever, on to the next thing. Like, at least he is still paying for the mistakes.
Right. So then they separate. Those guys go Sticky Maple, and then Jughead and Betty are talking about her problems. You know, she's been been taking speed. She's like maybe she should actually find a Dr. Glass. She doesn't need Mr. Glass. Trust me, you don't want that problem right there. If you go in and talk to that guy, you won't be any better for it. So he tucks his hat on her head. Serpents for life.
Which is much more intimate.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a more intimate scene than even
Archie. It's a lot more intimate than the next one. Them sweaty by the fire.
Yeah.
Laying there, and he's like...
Because Jughead has layers, man.
Right.
That's true. It's in the intro.
Yeah. And Archie decides to give Veronica the talk. And when I go away, I don't want you coming up with your whatever. She's like, I'm coming with the Magnolia cupcakes and all the other wives and to juvie, you know. Like a junior does.
Yeah. Those conjugal visits.
All the other homecoming dates that'll be juvie with their 11th grade boyfriends.
It's like the things that keep me up most nights isn't that I might get shivved. Yeah, he said that. I won't be able to graduate.
A shiv would crack on those abs.
Exactly.
There's no way a makeshift knife could puncture.
What kind of toothbrushes do they have in there? Whatever. I snapped mine brushing my teeth. And my teeth aren't like as strong as his abs.
Or it would like slip because they're always so glistening and sweaty. The knife would like slip past because it would be too.
Stab the other guy. Don't be up there, Ronnie. You get stabbed when they try to kill him. So then he pats Vegas.
I feel like there should be an Orange is the New Black reference.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, he gives Vegas the talk. Boy, while I'm gone. No, he doesn't. But he does patting. He says, you be a good boy. And sure enough, the word boy was uttered. And we see FP. Said, Delton comes to the door. They're like, Delton, now's not a really good time. And he's like, whatever, I gotta talk to Jughead. So he comes in and he's like, so we thought it was just a game, but it's a stupid role-playing game, he says. I did.
I figured that's where he lost you.
That's right. I was like, whatever happens, good riddance, Dilton. Go drink your antifreeze. Anyway, but it's not. He's real. Who? The Gargoyle King.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be our big bad this season. So, which this is, we'll get to in a second actually. But anyway, he's like, you want to wait here while I go to court? You just sit here in my kitchen. There's not, lock up the knives. He's liable to stab himself in the leg.
There's probably leftover pops around somewhere. Just help yourself.
Yeah. So, I like, Your Honor, we haven't reached a verdict. Okay, you're dismissed. Instantly. So be it. So, mistrial. They offer a shorter sentence. Time served. To rest out your high school years. And juvenile detention. If you pleads guilty to manslaughter, which he basically did by not, saving him. That's the same as killing him. Right. Anyway, so he jumps up, I'm guilty. So they take him to the Leopold and Loeb Detention Center. What is that?
There are two very famous murderers.
Okay.
1924, they kidnapped and murdered a 14-year-old kid in Chicago. and it was like media sensation, trial of the century, one of those early, and it was apparently their story was the basis of Rope, the Hitchcock movie.
One of my all-time favorite movies.
And several other things. They were two kids who thought they could do the perfect crime, basically. Or Funny Games.
Yeah.
That's
Naomi Watts and stuff. Well, there's like 3 versions of it, 2 or 3
So, this is from the a murder from the 20s that is still in kind of pop culture, including Riverdale.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Rope?
Mm-mm.
Jimmy Stewart, so good. Alfred Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of plays the Hercule Poirot character, just all in one room. Anyway, great movie. Really short. So then we get Senior Archie is like, I'm going to prove that Hiram Lodge framed our son. And he's got a couple guys backing him
Who's
up.
with me, guys?
Oh, the hot dads of Riverdale.
That's right.
We should have a drop for that.
Oh, man. They're sitting there.
Like, hot dads on the case.
Yeah. Then Hiram lets Veronica know that, listen, Mija, this wasn't about your boyfriend. Wasn't about making him suffer. You chose that boy over blood. So this was about making you suffer, which is pretty...
That's a
hardcore.
Pretty villainous thing to say there, Hiram.
Okay, so then we're back over at the trailer or whatever, and Dilton's not there. He left a map and this really nice drawing of
the upside down.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is all basically that. The drawings. It made me immediately think of True Detective, which it's the.
I heard somebody else say that too. Yeah,
it's the Yellow King in that, I think. But this will be the Gargoyle King. And then they've got a traditional graph paper D&D map going on with more hieroglyphics on there. He holds it up to his yarn wall of the clues. And it matches right up with the streets of the town. So all he has to do is follow Rosie Avenue down here to this or that, and he's on the case. There's even trees drawn on there. So then we see Archie. He hadn't had to ride the school bus for years. He'd been driving jalopy or walking to school or riding. How has he been getting to school?
Miss Grundy.
Miss Grundy's been taking him to school. That's true. She probably still takes him. He's riding out of the town with Pep. There's some little insignia, same crazy drawings on the Riverdale sign.
I paused it. I paused it to get a look, but I couldn't decipher it.
It's just strange, upside down triangle with dots and like horns and things. Yeah, same stuff as Jug was looking at. So he waits till night, as you do. This is his flashlight. This map goes out, and there up above, this is straight out of True Detective, is that thing up in the trees with the bones and stuff and horns. And he looks down, there's a circle of bones, and we got Dilton and Ben, and they're all carved up, and they're underwear, they're in their tighty whities, and they're like, there's a chalice of like antifreeze or something, and candles, and they're throwing up. This is a great scene. What are they doing?
I don't care, but I'm in.
Yeah.
Why not?
Ben! Look, come on. Help! Help!
I don't know. And then we have the climactic ending when Betty hears some babies crying. And, first you hear babies crying, and, while Jug, you know how they fold the scenes into each other. I was like, what these guys do to babies down there, And anyway, no, they're just having a Labor Day
bonfire.
Backyard barbecue.
Backyard baby barbecue.
Hold these babies over the fire.
Let them go.
And, so we got Dagwood and Juniper. Allison, Polly are holding them out over the fire. It looks terribly dangerous and had to be hot. Except it was not CGI, I'm sure. And then they drop them in the fire.
But they're super babies.
And they fly out. And it was awesome. So Betty passes out and then goes into convulsions. Mm-hmm. So they're probably going to take her to the farm. I don't know were the convulsions supposed to be like she's off her Adderall.
Who knows?
I've never known seizures to be a side effect of Adderall, but I'm no Dr. Glass, so
you certainly aren't. Well, why would she? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I can't find a reason for her to like go into convulsions.
Just like shock.
Oh, she hasn't been sleeping.
Yeah,
been on drugs.
Yeah,
she just swam pretty close to after Labor Day.
I felt like, yeah, that's true.
Although I went to the Riverdale Facebook page this week just to gauge some interest,
right?
And there were more than several comments that were like, "Okay, Riverdale, that's too far, too much. I'm out. I'm done." It's like, really? This is it?
It did cross my mind. Not that my threshold is going to be way different than somebody else's, but I did think this could be the thing.
If you're not a horror fan, or like if this doesn't supernatural
don't you feel like shows have done this? It's just the only thing is it's just because Riverdale is a different beast, But if another show did this and it quit being high school mystery, who's the killer, lovey-dovey stuff, and went from that to satanic ritual, you could be like, oh, well, that's when we quit watching Riverdale, but...
I mean, you never know if these people are just being hyperbolic, but they seem to be of that mind of like, this isn't what I signed up for, I'm out.
Yeah. I highly doubt that'll end up being the majority. I think people are in for it. I do think, I will say I was a little disappointed that was going to be the thing, considering we're getting ready to watch Sabrina, and we're going to get a ton of that.
Yeah, if it's not going to cross over, that seems really wasted.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
If they're doing it just so they can do it on this show too, which doesn't make any sense. It's the same guy, right?
Well, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same showrunner. I took it as, I don't think that's going to be the whole season, but I do think this was a way we want to take our Riverdale audience and move it over to Netflix and make sure they watch Sabrina too. So we need to prep them,
right?
Because these younger people are not going to know what to expect from Sabrina, or maybe you're a little older and you watched the Disney's ABC show from the 90s or early 2090s, whenever that was on.
I wondered
with Melissa Joan Hart starring in Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Right. That would be the full name.
TM.
This episode certainly asked more questions than they gave us answers. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, we are the show that answers more questions.
Right. That's why they come to us.
Right. I think that we covered it well. What do we know?
I'm glad to have it back. I don't care where it's going. I just want more.
That's just the bottom line.
Just give me a sweet 50 episodes.
Yep.
Because we're at chapter 36. I mean we are deep. Man. And there were parts of last season I got bored with, and I thought it went on too long, and they did some dumb things. But I don't care. Just go. Take chances. Because the show can do literally anything it wants to. They go to space next season. I'm like, yep, I'm in.
Next season, whatever. Third episode of this season, we will be on the moon.
Space jailbreak.
Yep.
Yeah. Season 1 was like 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Which, just wet the whistle enough for us and got us on board. And then season 2 hit, and it was twice as many, And there was a lot of stuff happening last year, so I expect a lot of stuff to happen again this year. But I have seen, I think they released some episode titles, and I believe I saw where, if you remember around Halloween, they did the that kind of 3-part episode. It was like Tales of Darkness or something like that.
Where they found the Cthulhu?
Yeah, and it was kind of like 3.
Showed up.
It was a weird episode.
Yeah.
You remember it was very different. Well, I guess they're going to make that a thing and do that every year.
Cool.
That type of format.
Yeah, next episode is called Fortune and Men's Eyes.
I love it.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, it was it was like a play, and then it turned into a movie, and it was one of the first like Broadway or feature films to deal with homosexuality because it was set in a prison. So this is going to be Archie, I'm sure, fresh fish.
He's going to be,
prison.
Yeah. He's going to be walking, you can see it. He's walking down the middle of the hallway holding his whatever, his clothes there. His bedding. That's what it'll be, his bedding to walk to his cell. It's like the walk that is so cliche that they have to do it. Like, they're supposed to do it. But why does every other movie and show have to do it?
We might get some more Moose and Kev.
Right.
In that episode.
Somehow they're going to have to get in prison.
But I really like that. I like that the show does that so much, and especially for an audience of kids who don't get it.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's things that they've referenced that these kids aren't going to know till years later, maybe, and they're like, why is that so familiar? Like the same way, we watch.
Well, they're ripping off Riverdale.
Yeah. But we would see, cartoons or different spoofs of things. Well before you see the movie later in life, and I like shows that do that add to the cultural conversation and keep the not cliches, but keep these, I hate the word tropes, but keep the tropes alive to a new generation.
It's such a trope to use the word trope.
Yeah.
I'm going through these episode titles. I'm not going to say them, but it just basically maps out the whole season. I was just like, okay, well, now I know when that happens. Okay. Yeah. Just by movie titles, it's like telling you what's going to happen. Anyway, we're excited.
Is there one called The Green Mile?
No, but
again, that's a waste.
There's plenty of prison ones in there. You're like, oh, okay, well, anyway, whatever.
I hope we get some new serpents that Archie encounters.
Yeah, I would expect some new
War Baby.
Yeah.
Baby War Baby. Yeah.
Baby War Baby. Yeah. War Baby Junior.
Junior Baby.
Tall Baby.
Tall Baby.
Oh, Lord, please let that happen.
That's the title.
Whole Guy Junior.
Title.
Is that better than Freudian Nip?
Oh, yes, I think Tall Baby's better. Anyway, that's it, folks. We're back. This is us at our best.
This is the most fun thing we do on this show for us personally. It's always Riverdale.
So we always hope you like Riverdale as much as we do, but if you don't, that's not going to change anything. We're sorry. Right. Tune in next time.
Yeah, we're still doing it.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll just turn into whether we set all this stuff up or not to talk about Riverdale, because we're still going to talk about it.
So yeah, we're going to try to stay on top of everything and keep these recaps coming to you and cover everything we can. And if we didn't catch something, if you caught some little detail we didn't, we'd really love to know about it, because even screenshotting it throughout the whole thing, we're going to miss something.
Yeah. So get in the jalopy with us, because we're going on a Riverdale ride.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Jordan Liu.
I'm Cliff Barnes.
I'm Seth. Bye forever.
I should have signed off as the Gargoyle.
The
Gargoyle King.
oh crap! I was going to say we're three chappies and serappies and jalappies.
Jalappies.
And a jalappi?
Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast, is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of www.udownwithkpp.com.
How do we even podcast?
How do we do this? Somebody tell me.
Do I talk into this end?
I don't remember. All right.
What the hell is that? Look at this picture. The first frame.
I can't see it.
What is that?
2 scoops.
There's some it's something on the. I remember seeing that. It's like a little doll, or it was like the top of a clock or something. It was something on the countertop.
Yeah, I don't think we've discussed enough about whatever this is.
I don't know what that is. I didn't even pick that up. I watched the episode twice.
Twice.
You guys don't?
I watched one scene of it twice.
Greetings, chums.
Like it or not, when I get going, ain't no way I'm gonna stop.
I'm in the mood for some hell raising. Toodles!
That's who I am.